Everything we do benefits us in some way. It doesn't matter how hard we try. We cannot resist doing things to our own advantage. We all have it, deep inside us. Excessive self-confidence, exaggerated pride, overestimating one's capabilities to such an extent that one loses contact with reality. Hubris. Greek mythology states that in modern-day southeast Sicily there was an island inhabited by the Cyclops, simple-minded, one-eyed giants. In Homer's epic poem The Odyssey, the main character Odysseus and his soldiers are trapped by the Cyclops Polyphemus, son of Poseidon. During his stay in the giant's cave, Odysseus demonstrates his survival skills and his dedication to free both himself and the crew. In previous stages of the story, Odysseus was not shown from his best sides, but throughout this episode, he seemed to prove others wrong. To escape the cave, Odysseus fed Polyphemus strong wine and told him his name was Nobody. He then blinded the one-eyed beast, but could not stand the thought of no one knowing the name of the one who defeated great Polyphemus. When he was on his boat, he gave his real identity, a big mistake. Polyphemus told his father, Poseidon, who was then able to make Odysseus' journey home way harder than it had to be. He could have escaped. He could have returned home safely. He could have defeated a giant without any consequences, but he chose to let his ignorance get the best of him. Taking a closer look at hubris, we see that it leads to an illusion of invincibility or self-celebration, which then leads to failure. In every religion or culture, pride and arrogance are seen as a sin. But according to various writers, there must have been a reason that we were given self-confidence. It comes naturally, and it is one of the most attractive qualities that a person's character can have. Success is a source of confidence, and confidence is a source of success. It is all connected. Hubris can never be erased from the panel of one's emotions. The movie shows how politicians facing important decisions often become self-centered. The main character, Stephen Meyers, is a campaign manager for Mike Morris, who is competing against Ted Pullman to secure themselves the approval of the Democratic Senator of North Carolina. When Pullman offers Meyers a position in his campaign, Meyers has to decide whether he will think of himself or stay loyal to his boss. He agrees to work for Pullman, but when Morris finds out, Meyers is fired. He then reveals that Pullman's main goal was met when Meyers was fired, because this had weakened his enemy's campaign, resulting in his own campaign being stronger. As he saw no point in hiring Meyers, he had to realize that the selfish behavior he had showed had brought him further back than he had hoped to advance. Politicians are leaders. We like to follow people who are confident and not insecure, but there is a dark side to the power they are given. The influence it has on politicians determines how they use their ruling power. A politician might ask him or herself, "Why am I the one who has the power? It must be because I am the only one who matters, the only one who can fulfill this task." This pattern of behavior is often referred to as hubris syndrome, and politicians, to show it, refuse to accept criticism, causing them to make disastrous errors in judgment and decision-making. The Day-Dallas Trust was established in 2011 to prevent the intoxication of power from influencing politicians in a negative way. It is based on the story of Day-Dallas, who warned his son Icarus not to fly too high with the wings that he had to escape. Icarus, overwhelmed by the experience of flight, ignored the advice and paid the ultimate price. It is important that politicians have certain features, but there is a lot of work to be done to prevent them from having other ones. Hubris brings us down. far down. We will probably never escape it, but we can avoid it. But if people who control us aren't able to do that, we can only wish for better. Hubris.
That's it, Brian?